Alright guys, welcome back to Crunch Time, the show where you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day, except for the playoffs at the start, but I think we're back at it. 3-game slate here, joined as always with chrissair DFS. How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well as well. Yeah, how did you like the games yesterday? I didn't get a chance to watch all them. Watch some highlights though.
I mean, they were both blowouts, so not great. They weren't great to watch, but yeah, hopefully today the games are better to watch.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's go over some success quickly here. So we have Nick here, first up, baseball. DraftKings 95, 236. Solid stuff. T-Bay 14 to 20. FanDuel cash over there for him. Did you play a different lineup, or did T-Bay do something different, Chris? So he did cash here a bit.
Oh, I played that lineup. I cashed as well. I didn't cash too much, so I didn't post it. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Got it. Then we got HBK here next, 271 to 600. He's been crushing it recently, on fire. Baseball over on DK. Shout out to HBK. Aiden here, 57 into 150. Main slate NHL, so probably hit some, what is that, like a tournament or two, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, solid stuff from Aiden. And then, is this the same screenshot? I think so. Yeah. 50 to 90 DraftKings baseball, main slate 20 to 45 showdown captain, DraftKings NHL showdown 10 to 28. So solid stuff from Aiden as always. And then the chat, we got Brent here. What's up, Brent? Royal King in here. Deshaun T-Bay says, sorry boys, I keep posting these junior chicken burger winnings. I'm still a rookie, boys.
Yeah, he keeps winning though, so I mean that's pretty impressive.
Junior chicken. Should he grow his bankroll, or cash out and buy junior chickens?
I mean, just go all in today.
All in today? Is that the advice we're getting from chrissair DFS?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a good feeling about the slate today?
No, nothing extra, but yeah, just go all in today.
Okay. T-Base says, can you please play a quick 10-second video of Jeff Green calling Bruce Brown by his nickname? I know all the nicknames in the locker room.
Bruce Wayne? There's no way you call him Bruce Wayne.
Well,
Batman, maybe?
What?
We need a link.
He did do it. Thomas sent a link. It was an Instagram video, though.
Oh, let's open it.
I don't know if you can you open it without being logged in? I'm not logged into Instagram here.
Yeah, I think so.
Can you send it? I can't open it now because I have you open here.
Here you go.
Nice. Let's see. Yeah, he did. Why do you think there's no way he would do that?
Which one is it? The first one? Second one?
First one.
Oh, Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, Batman.
Let's go. Dominate, baby. Dominate, Beard. Let's get it, Bruce Wayne.
See?
Let's go, Bucky. Let's go, Shorty.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I saw that one. T-Bay sent it earlier. Rondo says all or nothing today. Royal King says risk it for the biscuit. So I guess everyone's going all in today, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going all in?
Gotta.
What is this chrissair playoff advice? No bankroll management in the postseason.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Unreal. Deshaun says, yep, I risked my last $100 on a slot machine and now I'm 1K richer. That's
what happens.
Pardon? That's what happens when you risk it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to go over any contests or no? Not really. Just get into the content here.
Yeah, let's just get into it. We'll just do the main slate here because we have 3 games, so don't need to get into the single games. I guess we can do one for Royal King, but yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. Missed one from Rondo here. He says, whoops. This is the baseball main slate on FanDuel 57-110. I think he probably thought he posted it here, but he posted the same one twice. So that's probably it. But yeah, solid stuff from Rondo. Let me add some reactions. There we go. Yeah, 3-game slate, like you said, Chris. Boston, Brooklyn, Lakers, Phoenix, Dallas, Clip Show. You think Phoenix can go up 2-0?
I like the Lakers here. Chris Paul's hurt. I mean, they played really, really well. Booker played well. Anthony Davis was playing like Drummond, so he was non-existent. So yeah, I think they can take it here.
And Drummond was playing like Anthony Davis, Chris.
I mean, Drummond played 19 minutes. He's just a negative on the court.
I think that's the problem. It's like we were talking about Giannis not playing enough last year. Drummond's not playing enough this year. That's why they lost. Expect like a 30-minute game from Drummond today if the Lakers win.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say it. I was completely wrong. Like, I thought he would be much better playing with LeBron and AD, but he's looked the same. So I was wrong on that one.
He steps up for the big moments. He'll have to carry the Lakers today. If they win, it's going to be Andre Drummond. He's going to put up like 45 to 60 fantasy points if they win. That's what they need from Drummond.
No, I don't think so.
We'll see about that. Let's see, T-Bay says he's like Woj up in this. He knows it all. Captain Norm, Bruce Wayne have been exposed. Wait for my next suspect pending next week. I'm shocked Braun is not showing up in the Opto. Braun about to go Zeus mode. Bounce back game coming up.
Who said that? Thomas?
Yeah, who do you think?
Braun. I think Braun's pretty expensive. Like, he's pretty expensive at this point of the year. You have Luka for 10-3. Like, doesn't make sense to pay extra for LeBron when you have Luka projecting for so much more. Even Kawhi as well. So, I mean, LeBron's time will come later on once they get to the finals. He'll be in the single game lineups, but I don't think we need him for now on these slates.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get into it. First game here. Boston, Brooklyn. We'll go over Boston first. So, Boston side, projected starters, Walker, Smart, Fournier, Tatum, and Thompson. Nobody out for them. What do you make of the Celtics here, Chris, game 2?
Yeah, so, I mean, interest is going to be in their starters for the most part. Probably more interested on FanDuel, but the guy I like on both sites is probably Time Lord. He played 22 minutes last game. He was just absolutely exposing the Nets' interior defense. He had 9 blocks as well, so Robert Williams, I like him a lot here. Wouldn't be surprised if they give him the start, just because he was playing so well. But even if he's coming off the bench, I mean, I'm going to like him a little less, but I think he's still going to be viable in this matchup against the Nets. I think it's a really good one for him. So he's probably going to be my favorite overall guy across both sites. Then a few other guys. I think Marcus Smart is interesting. In terms of spend ups, like Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, I don't really want to play them here. Maybe Kemba on FanDuel for 7K. But Tatum, he's priced like a stud. He's 10K on FanDuel. DraftKings, he's 9.8. If I'm paying that much, I'd rather pay for guys like Kawhi, Luka, guys in that range. Just like those guys more than someone like Tatum here. But I think in tournaments you can get him lower owned, so probably interesting in that format, but not in cash games. And then same thing, like I said, for Kemba. Kemba's around 7K on both sites. You can play him as a last piece, but I personally don't love it. The guys I'm more interested in here, other than Time Lord, are Fournier and Smart. Smart is 5.8 on DK. He's 5.3 on FanDuel, so just way too cheap for me on FanDuel. I think he's a lock for me over there. DraftKings, he's a solid last piece for 5.8. Not going to go out of my way to get that, but if I land there, I'm fine with it. Same thing with Fournier. He is 6K on DraftKings. On FanDuel, he's 5.8, so a little bit better price tag on FanDuel. Played 38 minutes last game, so they're playing him a ton of minutes. So that's why I'm interested in him. Yeah, probably more on FanDuel. I think he's a decent last piece, just like Smart. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Celtics.
Okay, got a question about the next game, clip show game, but Rondo says, he's asking, is Rondo locked for 40 minutes? Skip Bayless said so on his show, Undisputed. Can't keep playing Reginald and Pat Bev.
I mean, yeah, I wish. Then we could play him every day, but played 23 last game. I didn't watch the entire game, so I don't know what the rotation was, but yeah, I mean, he should be in there.
Yeah, he says 4.5K for 40 minutes of Rondo. Sign me up. Lock emoji.
Yeah, that would be a lock.
And he says, love that show. T-Bay says, I didn't think Rondo was an undisputed guy. I love Skip. I know a lot of people hate him, but he's a cool guy. T-Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I used to like him. I don't really watch anymore, but I used to when I was in high school.
Yeah, it's like reality TV NBA basketball commentary or something like that.
Yeah, that's for the casuals like Thomas.
It's like, if you look at it for DFS, the way I see it, it's like junk food DFS content. If you view it as anything remotely for DFS, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, what?
No, I made that comment about Thomas. I was just kidding.
Which one?
I said it's for casuals like Thomas.
Oh, is Thomas a casual? Now he's upset.
No, he's not.
I mean, his results, he's been cooking. He's on a streak. Look at this.
Yep.
Thomas can't be stopped, so I don't know if he's a casual. But yeah, Brooklyn, Chris, no one out for them. Projected starters: Harden, Irving, Harris, KD, and Blake Griffin. Thoughts here on the Nets?
Yeah, I mean, Nets here, tournament only for me. Like, I don't want to pay for the studs here. I mentioned it last time with Tatum. If I'm paying up, I'd rather pay for guys like Luka, Kawhi. I like the studs in that game a lot more than these studs here in this game. I mean, KD, Kyrie, they obviously have the upside. Harden as well, but it could be. I mean, it could be any of them on any given night. That's why I don't love picking between those three. Probably gonna have more interest in them later on once there's fewer games on a slate. But I think on a big slate like this, definitely don't need any of their big three. And then because their big three is playing, they don't have much value for us in terms of their other guys. So probably my least favorite team overall on this slate. Maybe Joe Harris as a last piece guy. Don't mind that on FanDuel, 4.2K. But in terms of the spend ups here, I don't love anyone.
Don't love the Nets, guys. Yeah, next game up, we'll go over that now. So Lakers, Phoenix, we'll go over the Lakers first. Yeah, I mean, as always, AD and LeBron have some sort of tag on them, probable tag. So that's that. Projected starters: Schroeder, Caldwell Pope, James Davis, and Drummond. What do you think the Lakers are going to do here, Chris? Are they going to bounce back here? Is it going to be a tight game? What's the spread here?
Lakers are favored by 2 points right now. So favored to win. I think last game Phoenix was favored by 2. But yeah, I'm not too interested in the Lakers here. Like I keep saying, we have other studs that I'm prioritizing over LeBron and AD. When LeBron and AD both play, we don't have much value from this team. So yeah, really, this is, I mean, along with the Nets, this team is another team that I don't want to play today.
Okay. Let's see. Brentson here says, "What's up, guys? Some good games tonight. Suns with the eyes emoji." Which game are you most excited for, Chris?
Yeah, this Lakers Suns game. Tightest spread here. Obviously, all the narratives. It was a really good game last time out. Only one that topped it, in my opinion, was the Knicks Hawks game. But yeah, I like this matchup a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so for the Suns, we got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Bridges, Crowder, and Ayton projected to start. You said Chris Paul's hurt. He came back to the game. Is there any update on his injury, Chris? Like, is it a bad one? I only watched the highlights after, so I didn't really see how much the injury was affecting him. But what did you see there when he came back in the game?
Yeah, he couldn't dribble. He couldn't do anything. I think he left with 7 points, or left with 5 points in the game. He finished with 7 points, so he couldn't shoot. I mean, he's not on the injury report, so hopefully he's okay. Still gonna get a ton of minutes. I like the matchup here a lot. I mean, when CP3 gets minutes, he crushes. He's 8K, around 8K on both sites. So just a really good play in my opinion. I think he's gonna play his full minutes. I mean, if the shoulder was a serious injury, he would be on the injury report, but he's not. So that's kind of encouraging for me. That's why I don't mind playing him. I think he's a really solid piece. He's 7.6 on both sites. On FanDuel, I think that's a lock at that price tag. DK, more of a decision just because we have some other guards who are interesting. But he's probably my favorite guy here. Obviously, we also have Devin Booker, his running mate in the backcourt. He's 8.2K on FanDuel, 8.1 on DK. So I like him a lot. He's a really good play. Kind of a decision today on FanDuel between him and Booker. That's my main decision on the slate. Or sorry, Booker and Paul George. That's my main decision on the slate. Don't really know who I'm leaning towards right now. But yeah, these two are the main guys. If you want to play some of these other guys, Ayton, he had the monster game last time out. He's 6.1 on DK, so he's just way too cheap over there. On FanDuel, I think he's 7.2K. So don't need to go there, but I think on DraftKings, he's a lock for me at that price tag. And then Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, these guys on the wing. I think they're interesting as last pieces, as always. Bridges is 5.3 on DraftKings, 5.4 on FanDuel. Crowder, he was more interesting on DK last slate. I think the same thing applies today. He's just fits the scoring system better there with the 3-pointers. 4.3K for him. Don't mind that as the last piece either.
Yeah, I think I watched like a sports doctor YouTube guy Not sure how trustworthy those guys are, but he said something about like a pinched nerve for Chris Paul for the shoulder injury.
Yeah.
So I think typically those recover quite fast, but they're quite painful. It's like a sharp pain. And then I think it could be like 1 to 3 days recovery from it. So I think he was listed as like a contusion, like a bruise or something, but I don't think that was the actual injury based on the analysis from that YouTube sports doctor. So I think he'll be fine.
I mean, yeah. When I saw the injury, I think I said it in the Discord as well. It looked like a pinched nerve. So 2 out of 2, it's got to be a pinched nerve.
Yeah. So there's that. So he should be fine. Moving on to the next game, Dallas Mavericks clip show. Maybe we should get T-Bay here as our sports doctor, in-house sports doctor, specialist, sports science.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
He knows all the injuries. T-Bay also says, you guys know me as the biggest 77 supporter, Luka. But having said that, I think Kawhi locks that stuff down tonight. This is a character game for Kawhi and Paul George tonight. Show me, boys. Show me.
Yep. I mean, I think Paul George has a big game here. I like Paul George a lot today.
Yeah. And then Rondo says, can't believe Luka is the cover boy. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, he crushed last slate. He's 10-3 on FanDuel. Not really as much of a play on DK. Kind of go more balanced there, but he's getting 40 minutes in this matchup unless it's like a 30-point blowout. So yeah, I have a lot of interest in Luka, especially on FanDuel.
Nice. T-Bay says, real talk, I'm kind of like Kobe with the constructive criticism here on the NBA players. The Bay Challenge or these young bucks. I challenge Kawhi and Paul George to bring it tonight.
Yeah, I like that one.
The Bay Challenge. I like it. He's got to let it known, though. They got to know that they've been challenged by the Bay Challenge. So, got to get your name out there, Thomas. Sean's asking Batum or Crowder?
I'll say Batum. That one's actually very close. I'll Crowder, I guess, but point per dollar, if you have the extra money, I'd go with Crowder, but if you're kind of struggling to find the salary, I'd go with Batum.
Crowder has a higher dog rating, right?
Yeah, Batum played 32 minutes last game, which was encouraging for me. I think we can use him as a value piece, but if you have the extra salary, I'll say Crowder, but if you don't, I'll say Batum.
Yeah, T-Bay says, Bay Challenge, in brackets, Mamba Challenge. Got Hasty in here, what's up? Hasty's pick is also Crowder. But yeah, let's go over the Dallas side here, Chris. So we have Kleba, questionable, Redick out for them. What's wrong with Redick, actually?
What do you mean?
Like, has he been out? He's been out for a while?
Yeah, I mean, he's been out of the rotation for the Pelicans and the Mavs, so not really a factor this year. He's kind of old.
Just not playing well anymore?
Yeah, just a podcaster now.
Got it. Projected starters, Doncic, Hardaway, Finney-Smith, Kleba, and Zingis. So this Kleba news here, Chris, if he is out, is that pretty interesting here for DFS?
I think so, because he's a really solid value piece on DK. He was questionable last game. He played, I think he played 36 minutes last game. So, yeah, I expect him to play. It's the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that at all.
Okay. And then, yeah, who do you like on the Mavs?
Yeah, so kind of different on both sites just because of the way pricing is. So on FanDuel, we have Luka and KP, who are a lot cheaper. So Luka's 10-3, KP is 6-9. On DK, Luka is 10-6, KP is 7-8. So they're both more interesting for me on FanDuel. I think they're both probably locks for me. I just think these price points are too good to pass up on. They're getting a lot of minutes. They're obviously the main guys here. KP had a pretty bad game last time out, but I'm going to buy into the talent. Like, he has stock upside, 3-point upside, rebound upside. So I like him a lot. He's going to be very chalky. He was very chalky last slate as well. Hopefully he's less chalky just because I think this price tag is way too cheap to pass up on, but I think people are smarter than that at this point. So I think both of those guys are the locks for me on FanDuel. And then I mentioned Kleba on DK, where he's 3.4K. He's going to be the main guy I'm interested in, just as a last piece to kind of fit everything else together. Like I said, he played 36 minutes last game. you're getting 36 minutes for 3.4K. I think that's a pretty good bargain. So I like using him just as a salary saver on DraftKings.
Okay. Let's go over the other half here. Clip show. So we just have their projected starters: Pat Bev, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, and Subats. Any chance Rondo might get a bigger role in this game, Chris?
I mean, if he's starting, then he's going to probably be a really good play, but I don't think they're going to start him. On DK, these guys are just way too cheap. Like Kawhi and Paul George, both around 8K. Kawhi's 8.3, Paul George is 8K. Just easy locks for me over there on DraftKings. I think they're way too cheap, so got to play them. And then on FanDuel, they're still really good plays. They're just a little more expensive. So Paul George is 8.4K. Kawhi Leonard is 9.4K. So Kawhi is kind of hard to get to, in my opinion. If you're playing Luka, if you're not playing Luka, I think you got to go with Kawhi. But I think Paul George is the guy for me. I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the Suns, there's a 1v1 on FanDuel with Booker versus Paul George. I lean Paul George right now, but I mean, if people want to lean Booker, it makes sense as well. Paul George has had some bad performances. But yeah, those are the two main guys. In terms of value, I think we also have some here. We have Marcus Morris for 4.4 on FanDuel. He's 5.1 on DK, so not interested there. But I think on FanDuel, he's a guy that kind of fits as a salary saver to help you get the studs. So I like him. Nick Batum, he's 3.8 on DK. We had the question between him and Crowder. I like Batum a lot. He's 3.8, like I said. He played 32 minutes last game, so that was encouraging. He's another guy that, just like Kleba, should see 30-plus minutes in this matchup and kind of lets you get Kawhi, Paul George, Booker, some of these other studs as well.
Okay. Let's see some chat here. Rondo thinks that Rajon Rondo, 6.5K player.
Yeah, if he was getting more minutes, he definitely would be. I mean, he produces at a very high clip. It's just the minutes. That's the only concerning part about him.
Yeah. Hasty says Rondo looked salty in game 1. He also says Zynga's not built for the playoffs. Avoid.
I mean, yeah, but when you have someone who's like a 8K, 9K player for 7K or for 6.9K, that's kind of why I want to play him. I don't really care if he's not built for the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rondo just tagged me in the chat. Not sure. He says, if you can't say something and not back it up, I'd love to see a clip of him looking salty.
Yeah, I mean, like, he finished the game for them, so he was clearly their top point guard, or Ty Lue's favorite point guard that game. So I think that says a lot. But yeah, I think he needs more minutes as well.
Yeah. Rondo says, didn't say 6.5K player, 6.5x value. What would that put his price tag at? 26?
What would that put his points at?
Well, 6.5x, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, probably like 28.
Yeah. Let's see. T-Base says, bet if Kyrie had a podcast then we would be the new kids on the block with the best swag out there. Be a great listen. But I only want Kyrie as my podcast partner. He's too funny.
I love Kyrie. Kyrie's he's a funny guy.
Let's see. Sean says, I hope to God it's true. Dak Prescott supposedly signed Jordan deal. If that's the case, going to be camped out of Foot Locker waiting for them kicks to drop.
Do you know who that is?
Football?
Yeah, Cowboys quarterback.
Is he good?
He's pretty good. He got hurt last year, though. He had the broken leg.
Ouch.
Ankle. Ankle or leg, I'm not sure.
A nasty. Oh, I think I remember. It wasn't a good looking injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, isn't that Thomas's favorite player?
Yeah, Thomas loves the Cowboys as well.
Yeah, I remember now. Ronald Jones in here. What's up? Yeah, let's go over the chorus, Chris. Let's do that. So FanDuel first. You got Luka, Chris Paul, Zingis, and Smart. Quick recap for anyone tuning in right now. Why do you like these guys here?
I just want to say, I think I saw Ronald. I'm not sure if it's the same guy, but I think I saw him take some of my contests yesterday and the day before. I'm just wondering if he's Ronald 400 on FanDuel. But yeah, these guys. So two Mavs here. I like their price tags a lot. Luka and KP. KP's just way too cheap. Luka, I prefer him as my spend up here, so that's why I have him. And then CP3, 7.6, like that a lot. And Smart, 5.3K, should get 38 minutes in a good matchup.
Nice. And then, he says it is him, Ronald, 400.
Yeah. How have you been doing? Because I don't really check my individual head-to-heads. Have you been beating me or not?
Yeah.
And then, let's look at the first two here. So I was kind of mentioning it earlier. There's a 1v1 at shooting guard. I'll quickly go over the rest. So we have Luka, CP3, Smart, locked all of those guys. Small forward, same pairing. Fournier, 5'8". He played 38 last game, so I like that price tag for him. Bridges, 5'4", last piece. All these solid last piece in my opinion. He has stock upside, points, rebounds as well, so I like him. KP in my core, Morris, 4'4", last piece guy here as well. Should play 30 plus minutes in this matchup. That's why I like him. And then Time Lord is kind of the question mark here. Like, if he's not starting, then I'm gonna have less interest in him. But I still might play him. I'm not sure about that one yet. I still think he's probably going to be my favorite center just because he has a ton of upside in his minutes, and center is kind of thin on FanDuel.
Nice. He says you were winning the last couple days.
Nice. Okay. I forgot to talk about the 1v1 here. So George versus Booker. I'm going to lean George. Like I said earlier, if someone leans Booker, I have no problems with that. Like Booker, he had the great game last time out. George struggled in the first half. I think he had like 7 or 8 fantasy points in the first half. Paul George did, and then he finished with 37. So the nerves were kind of getting to him. Probably didn't have any stocks, I don't think, or he had 1 steal. But yeah, I like Paul George. If you'd like Booker more, like I said, I have no problems with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see playoff P came prepared for the playoffs. Expected performance. This is what we are used to with Paul George, what we can expect in the playoffs. So the consistency is definitely there with playoff P, Chris. Right up there, I'd say, with DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but I got to play my boy. I love this guy.
Yeah, him and DeMar DeRozan, they I don't know what's going on, but they're always locked in on the playoffs. Very consistent with their performances. Something special about that. Let's go over DraftKings. So you got Kawhi, Paul George, Aiden here as your cores. Why do you like these guys here?
So these 2 Clippers guys, they're just way too cheap here on DraftKings. Like I said, Paul George is 8.4 on FanDuel. Kawhi is 9.4, I think, on FanDuel. A little bit cheaper here on DK, so they're locks for me. And then Ayton, he's 6'1". Love that price tag for DeAndre Ayton today, so that's why I have him.
Okay, and then which ones you want to go over?
Let's do the first 2. I think the first team here is pretty obvious today as of now, assuming we don't get any injury news or anything like that. But yeah, we can go over these. I'm not even sure what the difference is because I've been locked in on this first team all day long. But the same guys here, Booker, 8-1. Don't really have to make a decision here today between him and Paul George just because you can fit them in to different positions here on DK. So I like both of those guys. Booker, Kawhi in my core, Maxi Kleber, 3-4, just a solid value piece. He's questionable, but like I said earlier, I think he plays today. He played last time. He was questionable going into that game, ended up playing 36. So I expect something similar today. They love the matchup of him on Kawhi for whatever reason, so that's why his minutes are pretty safe. Time Lord here, 4.6, even cheaper than on FanDuel, so I like him a lot here as well. George in my core, Ayton in my core, and then the 2v2, CP3, Batum versus Smart and Bridges. I mean, this is pretty obvious to me. I like the first side a lot more. Bridges, he's a good last piece, but Batum is also a solid last piece. He played 32 minutes last game, and then you get Chris Paul over Marcus Smart, which I like a lot.
Yep. T-Bay says he bleeds Dallas, love my city, and love the people of Dallas. Do you think Thomas will ever move to Dallas, Chris? What do you think of that?
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah. Let's see. Hasty says Suns in 6, America's team. Think about Dallas. Sean says the Suns done woke up the dragon. We're gonna sweep their tails, but if we lose, it's over. What do you think of that?
Wait, can you say that again?
I'll read it word for word. The Suns done woke up the... Huh?
Who's saying it?
Deshaun.
Okay.
It says, the Suns done woke up the dragon. We're going to sweep their tails, but if we lose tonight, it's over.
Yeah, he's talking about LeBron. Yeah, I like the Lakers tonight.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, he says Luka's his second favorite player behind goat emoji LeBron. T-Bay doesn't like that. He says, you're a Lakers fan. Come on now. You don't bleed Dallas, bro. Got to be a Cowboys and Mavericks fan to bleed that city.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go over one single game here, Chris. Which one do you want to pick? Lakers, Phoenix, or Dallas Clip Show, Boston?
Dallas Clippers, that's the biggest one today.
Okay. So MVP.
This one is pretty obvious in my opinion as well. I think you got to go Luka at MVP. He's just the guy that does it all. And then you get both of the Clippers guys. Kawhi, I think he's my preferred guy over Paul George. I mean, if you want to get different in tournaments or anything like that, you can go with Paul George at MVP. Even Porzingis, if he gets hot from three, if he gets like 5 blocks, he can easily be the top scorer. So obviously the safest guy is Luka. I like George in tournaments. Yeah, I like the first team a lot in cash games here today.
Okay. And then you want to go over the same one on DraftKings, Chris?
Let's see. I haven't looked at that slate. Let me see real quick though. Yeah, let's do it. I guess we can lock in. Let's lock in Kawhi util, and let's do Paul George util as well.
Okay. Kleba, the captain. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it gets you all the studs. We did the same thing yesterday with Bryn Forbes. Bryn Forbes went absolutely crazy, and it worked out very well. Got all the studs, got Drew in there. Didn't have Middleton. Middleton had a bad game, so I like it here as well, Kleba, and then you get everyone else. So, yeah, I like the first one.
Nice. Sean here about his favorite team. Bleeding Dallas, he says, listen, I honestly don't have a favorite b-ball team. I'm Rolling Stone. I just cheer for certain people. That's the way you like it, right? Don't like franchises like the players.
Yeah, that's how I like it as well.
Yeah. Says he's on his Drake stuff. Drake-ish. Yeah, anything else, Chris? Wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Housekeeping, guys. Check out our site, dfscrunch.com. Optimizer that we've been using here, you can try it for free for 3 days. So just go to our site. You don't need a special link or a coupon code to get those free 3 days, the 3-day trial. So just set up an account, and then you'll be charged the first time for whatever you choose, weekly, monthly, or yearly, 3 days after. So exactly 72 hours from when you sign up. So check that out. You get full access to everything, which includes our Discord community. So that's where our members, our community hangs out, talks about DFS, strategizes there after hours of the show. So you get full access to that during the trial, plus our optimizer. So you get all the sites that we have, FanDuel, DraftKings, and then all the different sports that we have. So recently added WNBA. So we have that. It's all the way at the bottom, though. I don't think Anush would like that, Chris.
Yeah, probably have to. Actually, I don't know. I have to move it up, I guess. Maybe above League of Legends, but yeah. I don't know.
I'd say it should go above League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't think it should be below these three. Come on now. So yeah, I think we should move that up a little bit there. But yeah, we have that. We have all the main sports plus all the different slates. You get full access during the trial, no restrictions. So check it out. More than welcome to cancel your account before the trial. But just try it out for free. To manage your account, it's in the sidebar here once you sign up. So you can cancel or manage your account here. Open the sidebar, hover over this thing here, Account Center, and then that's where you can do that stuff. So check it out. And then YouTube stuff, guys. Like the video if you enjoyed the content. It helps us grow, so we appreciate that. And then make sure you're also subscribed so you can get notified when we go live. If you hit the bell button and the alt text, makes it a bit easier. So yeah, we should be doing the show every day for the playoffs, 2.5 hours before the slate starts, unless the slate starts super early in the morning, which I don't know why that happened. Is that just like at the start of the playoffs, or what was that, Chris?
No, that'll be probably all the weekends until there's fewer games, because during the weekend they want all the games to start at different times, just so viewers can only watch one at a time. So yeah, probably not during the weekends until the start times kind of move up to, like, I don't know, 3 Eastern, something like that.
Got it. Yeah. So should be an exciting playoffs. Should be some good games today. Let's see. Anything else from you, Chris?
No.
Nothing at all. No good luck.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, always good luck.
Except to Ronald Jones. Are you wishing him good luck? He's going up against you.
Yeah, I'm wishing him good luck. Hopefully he can beat me, but I beat everyone else. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Win-win for everyone. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll be in the Discord, so if you have more questions, come hang out there. If you have any questions about the trial or whatever, shoot me a message in the Discord as well. And yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Good luck today, guys, and see you all then.